Shit. So what's up, y'all? Chris is talking about I'm cooking dinner tonight because people that usually cook ain't cooking. So I guess it's going to be another takeout night. Don't know, but Chris, my man here, said he's going to rebuild this motor. He said get him the aluminum welder, hang you weld the engine block. What up, people? Welcome back to Easy's Rebuilds. I'm Easy E, and this is the place to be. From the thumbnail, y'all see, finally getting ready to work on the Copart Buick Enclave. Got a couple of motors for her. If I haven't said it already in the previous video, I don't know. I get mighty busy over here doing a lot of stuff. Really have time to even make these videos anymore. So, I'm about to jump into this 2008 Buick Enclave with 171,000 miles on the dash. I got to get the front end at least towed apart in this video. I'm going to try to work on this car as much as I can before we get real bad weather. I don't know when y'all going to see this video, but let's get over to it. So, here she is again. Oh, she got 179,000 miles, 280. I thought it was 171. That must have been another car I was looking at. So, first order of business, gotta get the liner out if you can. There's a bunch of Phillips head screws. Already got them all out. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 up here, and you got 2 on the bottom. The one on the bottom was already missing. One on the bottom was missing quite a few. Don't need to take these out over here. I just did them. I know there's a 2-part piece. So you're gonna need to take those 2 front out, those all the ones out the front, and 2 on the bottom on both sides. I had to drill out 1 because they're very hard to get off. Do y'all see that one? I'll probably end up, I don't know if y'all can see that because I don't got no light, dark over here. But the head's like it says they're in the wheel well. Y'all know having they rust and you can't get them out. But you can just drill them, get a nice drill bit. And you can drill the heads of them off and drill a little washer part off. They came right on off, like I did this one over here. See, the stud still in there. I just have to get it off while it's off the car because the front bumper is kind of like screwed up anyway. I'm gonna see if I can repair that, but if I can't repair that, I do have another piece for it that I got from LKQ to replace this brown piece right here. I'll probably leave it that color. I'll probably paint it black. A gloss black and put it on here because this is a matte brown and that'd be a matte black. I don't know. Maybe I'll just paint it black, but I don't got either buy some adhesion primer so to paint a stick because this one is kind of screwed up. This middle piece is kind of screwed up. The grill is coming out. The bottom piece is broke. But we gotta get this front bumper off, get these headlights off, because to pull this motor, you have to drop the whole cradle. So you gotta get the radiator off, get all that good stuff off. I don't know how far I'm gonna get in this video. I ain't trying to make a long video. Like I said before, I have 2 engines for this car. I pulled this engine first, paid $450 for this engine. Pulled this from LKQ. The car is listed as a start, but not run and drive, with 183,000 miles on it. But then once we put this motor has unknown miles because somebody been there before and threw a motor in there. So this motor was put in the car, but it wasn't all the way bolted in. So we know this motor wasn't in there, but she does turn freely. But then I found another car at Pick and Pull that I would say the mileage is really unknown because you can't, oh, my eye itching. Because you couldn't really start the car. It listed as non-runner because the car took a hit to the front. The whole front end was smashed, but it really took the hit to the transmission. And if everybody know, the transmission wires were severed, the transmission housing was busted. If you got no communication with your transmission, the car will not attempt to start. Plus, all the lights on the dash was on, so you couldn't even get what the mileage was once I put my jump pack on it, because I had so much stuff going on, and somebody took the radio out that car already, so I couldn't try to clear none of the stuff, what it was saying on the, on the dash, to see how many miles on it. So I went off the oil change sticker. Oil change sticker said need to be changed at 133,000 miles. So this motor has 130-something thousand miles on it. You can have 130, you can have 131, 132. Hopefully they didn't go past that oil change sticker because it was recent. And this motor does turn over freely too. And nobody touched this car, so we was the first one to get to it. But then they got another car up there, another Buick Enclave just like this one that's been hit in the front with 171,000 miles on it. And I should go take that one because that was listed to run and drive. But no, we're going to put the lower mile motor in it and go from there, because it'd been nice to get the other one. Think about the other one. Could have took the transmission too, but I'm not about to pay $600 for another motor with the transmission. I better get this torque converter off of this one, even though we got another torque converter on the other motor from the OKQ, but I better get the torque converter off. I'll just break the motor down. So I'm about to jump into this. But before I jump into this, somebody been here before. You only got a couple of these little push pins to pull off to get to the motor. I think we're gonna take it all the way so you can really see the damage of the motor. So keep on watching.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw.
So I'm stopping for a minute. We got a bunch of 10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that need to come out so I can get the headlight removed. And those are 10mm too. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts for the headlights, and they should be all different lengths for the headlights. So I'm about to get them all pulled out. Yeah, I want to know how I know that, because I already pulled headlights, took the front end of one of these cars apart already, so I know exactly how many bolts there are. And somebody been here before, but we about to get back to work.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
So I hope y'all enjoyed that time lapse. We got a lot of stuff taken care of off camera. Gotta stop the time lapse. But you got the ground right up here. I don't know if y'all can see me, but there's a ground up here you gotta remove. Remove all your wiring harness from over here. I pushed it back up behind the radiator. We have the computer off and laying back to the side. Already drained the radiator coolant. We drained the power steering cooler. See, it's leaking down there. We're going to attempt to pull this whole core support off without having to take the radiator out, take it off piece by piece. We don't want to take the bumper reinforcement off. To take that off anyway, you still got to take the 4 bolts that's in it out, which are 15 millimeters. You got to take these 13 millimeters off the top and the corners. And you got 2 15 millimeters on each end on the bottom. Chris is going to help me pick it up because it should be mighty heavy. Because the bottom brace down there is metal. Plus this is metal. But this is hardened plastic or fiberglass. I don't know. I know it ain't metal. But he said he's going to help me pick it up and get it off, because I'm not trying to take it off piece by piece and having all these pieces around the garage, because the garage get cluttered real quick. So we're going to jump on into getting all this removed so I can see a better picture get a better picture of the engine, because that hole is behind the catalytic converter. So hopefully we'll be able to see being there a little closer. So we about to get to work. And we'll catch y'all back.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Shit. So what's up, y'all? Chris is talking about I'm cooking dinner tonight, because people that usually cook ain't cooking. So I guess it's gonna be another takeout night. Don't know, but Chris, my man here, said he's gonna rebuild this motor. He said get him the aluminum welder, hang weld the engine block all back together. He have it running. She might not be running right, but he have it running. But woo, look at the damage. Look at the damage. Here's a dipstick for the oil. No wonder I couldn't check the oil, y'all. Ain't no checking that. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Here's the starter. I like, oh, the starter look good, look brand new. I flip it around. Oh, that starter ain't no good, y'all. So I'm either go on Amazon, see how much for another starter. If it costs too much, I just go to pick and pull. And I guess I have to pull damn near the whole front end of the car off just to get to the starter, because the starter is located behind I forgot what it was. Behind the catalytic converter. That's where the starters are at on this car. So you gotta, but you luckily at your salvage yard, they pull the cats off these cars. So you have to put the whole front end off because you won't be able to get to it anyway. Maybe you can get to it because if they take the whole exhaust, like at the bottom here, they take the whole exhaust off by the flex pipe all the way back, or maybe they just pull the catalytic converter off, but you gotta get that off just to get to the 2 bolts. I probably could pull it out from there or from another car, but let me stop yapping. Then here go our problem. Y'all see that? I know y'all see that. 3 mice have dug holes in the engine block. So the motor exploded from the inside out, blew everything out this motor. We got 3 big holes. I hate to see what the back of the motor look like. Wonder if she still got oil in her. But, yep, she exploded. Blew all kind of types of shards out here. I got pieces everywhere up here. But unfortunately, my starter took a shot. So, I got to find me another starter. Because you already know I already got another motor. So I ain't disappointed. Usually on these cars, when it's a non-runner, mechanical damage, I think for the worst that they need a motor. And most likely they always need a motor. Like I said, my kids got me out of my comfort zone. I was doing engine swaps. But now I do an engine swap. I take on these hard engine swaps like this one. You got to drop the whole engine cradle to pull this motor. Is no other way that I can see to pull this motor. Got an engine mount in the front. Got another engine mount on the side over there. I think there's another one in the back. So you got to drop the cradle. We can't even get to the engine mounts. The engine mounts, you could unscrew them from the top and pull up, but the engine mounts are under the frame rails on the side over here, so you won't be able to pull this motor up from the front. Let's take the whole engine mount, the transmission mount off. So I'm just going to drop the whole engine cradle onto a cart and pull it into the garage where I can take my time and get it off the cradle and put the new motor onto the cradle. Because you see, you only got no room anyway to even try to do anything. But we still got a lot more to go. Still got to get the breather, the air box off. Still got to get the fuse box out. There's a lot of stuff you got to take off just so you can pull this motor out because there's wires everywhere. It's just wires everywhere. So I got to get a lot of stuff taken off. Just got to get all these wires off. They didn't make this motor easy. There's wire looms everywhere. One big wire loom there, which plugs into there, which I probably can unplug this. Yep, unplug this one, because this one goes over here into the fuse box. See what I'm saying? It ain't like all these wire harnesses go into the fuse box. So I'm going to take the fuse box off, flip it over, unhook the main, take the screw out, unhook the main harness, then go with the motor. And leave all the other wires and just take pictures of everything that got to go back. And for these sensors, to get these sensors off your core support, is righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So turn it to the right to loosen them. Turn them to the left if you want to break them. But you turn to the left once you want to tighten them back up. Just slide them back in their little slots on the cradle. And that's where I decided to do it, because trying to reach my hand back there to get the safety clip off and stuff. Nope. Just take them off. Leave them dangling. But she exploded. I even checked the back of the catalytic converter to make sure she's all right. But she's all right. Make sure there wasn't no hole in there. The starter took the blow, because obviously that's where the catalytic converter sits too. It didn't tear up none of the wires. So all my wires are good. And I was like, ooh, I'm lucky, because I do not want to be at the junkyard pulling a whole nother motor just for the engine wiring harness. So none of the wires got sharded, split in half. But this hose, y'all can tell me what this hose go to. I don't know. I know got a little plug and sensor right there. But one charge landed on this and burnt a hole in it. I wonder if that's important or not. Still got to order. Do I got to order a new serpentine belt? I don't know. I got one on my list. We're going to do this. We're going to do it like we do all the cars. We always do it right, try to take our time and get it done right. But once you do all this stuff to these cars, like I can throw another motor in it, but it's up to the person that drives the car to take care of it. Because we don't know what we're getting into. Could we get these cars from Pick and Pull or LKQ? Are the cars that's listed as running drives? Or maybe it was a car listed as non-runner, but it took a hit to the transmission. That's why it's not running, because you need neutral safety switch inside the transmission, all the electronics. If the transmission ain't plugged up, the car will not run. It will not attempt to start. If a ground is busted, the car will not start. So There be anything wrong with these cars. But like I said, we got that motor, and we're gonna snap that motor in. Still got a lot to do on this car. Some of the stuff we'll do on camera, some of the stuff we'll do off camera, because I gotta get up underneath, get the exhaust undone, get the other catalytic converter undone, and drop the exhaust halfway in the middle of the car. So I can get that long tube out, take that brace off from up under there. Gotta take the ABS sensors off, both sides, take the calipers off and hang them up, and commence to drop in the cradle. Still got a lot of lines back here, gotta come off, but that'd be another video. So with all that said, so if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know how we're doing over here on this Buick Enclave. Please share this video with your friends, family, co-workers on your social media. It'd be truly appreciated. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Easy Ease Rebuilds and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. We also have merch at teespring.com. We take Cash App donations. And we take donations of cars, just like previous ones I worked on. There's all links in the description area below. Go check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Not necessarily TikTok. And with all that said, people, stay tuned and stay blessed. Deuces!